All right, let's get right into it. You know that feeling? You look in the mirror and think, I wish things were a little different. But then your mind just floods with all the reasons why it's so hard. Gym fees, travel time, and just the total confusion of what exercises to even do. Well, what if I told you there's a simple, step-by-step plan to completely transform your body right from your home in just 90 days, with zero confusion? That is exactly what we are breaking down today.
So here's the game plan. First, we're going to talk about the dream you have versus the reality of the gym. Then we'll get into the actual secret of how muscle is built. After that, I'm handing you the complete 90-day blueprint. We'll walk through the simple, powerful workouts, talk about how to fuel your body for growth, and then we'll finish with the one secret that makes all of this work.
All right, first up, the dream versus the gym.
This is such a great question to start with. Seriously, have you ever thought about it? How did ancient warriors or athletes get into incredible shape? Way before any of these fancy gyms and complicated machines even existed. Well, the secret they used is just as powerful today, and guess what? You already have everything you need to use it.
Look, for most of us, the goal isn't to be some massive bodybuilder. It's about getting that balanced, athletic V-shape, right? Broad shoulders, a slimmer waist, toned arms, a body that not only looks good, but makes you feel strong and confident. But then, reality hits. The gym membership costs a ton, it's a hassle to even get there. And once you are there, you're just overwhelmed thinking, what am I even supposed to be doing?
And that brings us perfectly to the big aha moment of this whole thing. Let's uncover the real secret to building muscle.
So, how does it actually happen? How do muscles really grow? This is where so many people get it wrong. We're told you have to be in a gym, you have to lift super heavy weights. But the truth is, your muscles have no idea if you're in a high-tech gym or your bedroom. They don't care. They only understand one thing, a challenge.
And it all comes down to this one simple principle: progressive overload. All that means is that to grow, your muscles need a challenge that gradually gets harder over time. I love this analogy. Imagine you lift a bucket of water 10 times. Today, it feels tough. But if you do it every single day, after a couple of weeks, it feels easy, right? So what do you have to do to make it challenging again? Simple. You add a little more water. That's it. That's progressive overload. Okay, so now that we get the how, let's get into the what. This is it, your 90-day home blueprint. Here's what your week is going to look like. And you might be surprised to see we're only really working out 3 to 4 days a week. Why? Because muscles don't grow when you're working them out. They grow when you're resting. So Monday is push day. Tuesday, you rest. Wednesday is pull day. Thursday, you rest again. Friday is for legs and core. Saturday is for active recovery, just some light stretching or a walk. And Sunday, you do absolutely nothing. Simple, right?
Now, before we get into the actual exercises, this is the golden rule. You have to remember this. Form is always more important than how many reps you do. It is way better to do 5 perfect, slow, controlled push-ups where you really feel the muscle working than to just bust out 10 sloppy ones. Quality over quantity, every single time.
All right, theory's over. Time to get to work. Let's break down the simple but really powerful workouts you're going to be doing. Okay, for each exercise, you're going to aim for 3 sets of about 10 to 15 reps. On push day, we kick it off with push-ups. When those start to feel a bit easy, you make it harder by doing incline push-ups. Put your feet up on a sofa. Next, pike push-ups to really hit those shoulders. And we finish with chair or bed dips for your triceps to build up your arms.
Next up, pull day. Now the star of the show here is the bodyweight row. This is one of the best ways to train your back at home, period. You can use a sturdy table or even just a bed sheet that's secured in a strong door frame. The closer your body is to being parallel with the ground, the harder it gets. After that, we do Supermans to strengthen that lower back. And to finish out the week strong, we've got legs and core day. We start with squats, the absolute foundation of leg strength. Once they feel easy, just hold a heavy backpack to add weight. Then we move to lunges, which are great for balance. For your core, we've got the plank. Try to hold it for at least 30 to 45 seconds. And we'll finish with some slow, controlled crunches. Make sure you're squeezing your abs, not yanking on your neck.
So that's the workout plan. Super simple and super effective. But I have to be real with you. You could follow this plan perfectly and see 0 results if you ignore this next part. Let's talk about how to actually fuel your body's growth.
I love this way of thinking about it. Your workouts are like a construction crew breaking down a wall. They're creating these tiny tears in your muscles. Now, your body wants to rebuild that wall, but stronger than before. To do that, it needs materials. Protein is the cement that rebuilds the wall, and carbs, well, carbs are the energy for the workers. Without both, nothing gets built.
So let's talk about that cement. Protein is an absolute non-negotiable for building muscle. And the great news is you don't need any fancy supplements. It's already in your kitchen. Things like eggs, paneer or cheese, lentils, chickpeas, soy chunks, milk, and yogurt.
Next, you need that energy for the workers. Carbs are your body's #1 fuel source. They give you the power to actually get through your workouts. And again, we're talking about simple stuff: roti or flatbread, rice, oats, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and fruits.
And let's not forget the lubricant. Healthy fats are so important for your hormones and your joints. You can get these easily from things like almonds, walnuts, ghee, and peanuts.
And one last thing that almost everyone forgets: water. Your muscles are literally about 70% water. If you're dehydrated, your performance and your recovery just tank. Make it a goal you absolutely do not miss. Drink at least 3 to 4 liters every single day.
Okay, so you have the workout plan, you have the fuel plan, but there is one final critical piece that holds it all together. This is the final unbreakable secret to making this transformation happen.
And there it is. The real secret isn't some magic exercise or a perfect diet. It's just consistency. Look, motivation comes and goes. It's a feeling. Discipline is what gets you to show up and do the work when you don't feel like it. That day you feel tired or you feel lazy, that's the day that really counts.
You have to see this as more than just a 90-day physical challenge. It's a 90-day test of your willpower. When you win these little daily battles, when you do that 30-minute workout, when you make that healthy meal, you build so much more than muscle. You build confidence, you prove to yourself that you are someone who keeps their promises.
So I want to leave you with this one question. 90 days are going to pass no matter what you do. They're going to go by. The only question is, where do you want to be when they're over? In the exact same spot you are today, or do you want to be a newer, stronger, more confident version of yourself? The choice is all yours. Your day one starts right now.